And the ground isn't really level throughout here, so first thing we did is we took a bottle jack and some blocks of wood and jacked each wheel end up and put boards underneath it just to save the tires. But after that, once we got some boards underneath each tires, we had to figure out how to stabilize it from front to back. So we used the tongue jack just to kind of get it level like this first, and we actually put a 4-foot level on the frame and use that because the frame's going to be the straightest part on this whole tiny house. So we checked in several spots front and back and just got it kind of where it was all even. Once we did that, we moved down and we weren't that far off side to side, so we actually put concrete blocks under the stabilizers and we jacked them up, gave them about 1 turn each so they stay solid, and then we also took our level, went on the frame again, went side to side, and we just proportioned it evenly on each side on where it needed to go in all 4 corners. It's really important once you get it level, set, where you want it, go inside and check everything. And it's to a surprise, everything lined up great. So we don't have no problems with that, and it's really important because you don't want high spots or low spots, and it would be kind of weird, different when you're walking in there. You could actually feel that it was unlevel at times. We do have access to sewer, but we have a composting toilet, and so that's going to take all of our black water sewer. And for our gray water sewer, we're actually, for our showers and our sinks, we have this hookup. It's just regular camping hose that hooks right here is our gray water, and we'll plumb that in to this right here, to our actual septic tank that's underground. Just to make it a little bigger, we're gonna add a wraparound deck that'll hopefully cover up this sewer and the electrical cord so it doesn't get mowed over, or just appearance mainly. But we're gonna do that also so we can fit more people out here, and I just think it'd make the whole place look a lot more spacious. Not only that, if you think about with this deck, so this place has to be able to move sometime and take it with you. So you don't want anything permanent, but you want it to be functional. So we're gonna set the deck in here, but we're gonna build it so we can remove it at any time if we need to get underneath it, if we need to mow around it, anything like that. So that's gonna be the next plan.
Welcome to our tiny home. We've slept in here for 3 nights and it's really starting to feel like home. It's making me super excited, but there are some flaws.
One being, we do have electricity hooked up, so that's nice, and everything's pretty much functional in here. The air is all ran off electricity, the heating and air conditioning. All the lights work for the most part, so that's good. We don't have water hooked up yet. We're just going to use a potable water hose for now hooked up. We do have a water hookup outside here. It's about 75 feet away. Once we have that hooked up, we do know of 1 leak in the sink, but that's nothing major at all. We'll get that fixed. Some other issues are we can't even brush our teeth right now, so we're actually using water, like a gallon of water at a time we're bringing it. And we do have a gray sewer hooked up, so that's not much of a big deal. But another big problem is this bathroom. So first, the bathroom is pretty small. Here's the shower. To me, it just seems too small, and there's not a lot of ledges to, for your shampoos and your soaps and whatever. But we haven't got to use it yet, so we're keeping an open mind about that. Another problem is, I don't really know if these are problems, but being minimalists, or how we had our apartment set up, we actually had a decent sized bathroom. Well, in here we don't really have a big bathroom. So with that, we don't have a medicine cabinet. We only have the storage that's underneath the sink here. It's not very big because the plumbing takes up most of the space. So we just kind of have stuff down there for now, but we'll figure out a way to maybe stack stuff and find something for that. We have hangers and stuff here that we can use. We have our toilet paper and your everyday amenities on little hooks, and these are little bags. You just hook them on here, and you can put them where you want. And I have all my men's stuff up here, colognes and deodorants and everything else, so that's kind of where that has to stay until we can get all situated for sure. But I'm sure this will be a project we'll constantly be working on and looking at. So for our toilet, we have a Nature's Head composting toilet. And one of the major questions everyone has with these is, does it stink? well, I can vouch it does not stink at all. And we use a coconut core in it for the like the soil or the composting material in it, and it actually makes, you use it just like you would any other toilet, and you can put your toilet paper and everything else in there, and you spin a lever on the side of it and it actually mixes it up for you, and with that it actually smells good.
And he actually doesn't know quite about it because I'm the first one to have to empty it. I emptied the liquid waste the other day, and it was a little different. I diluted it with water and emptied it out by the trees that are surrounding the tiny home, so that was kind of cool to be able to like give back, and also for pests too, that really helps. But the weird part is, and the cool part is, that we've been able to use the toilet even though we don't have running water, and that's really nice, obviously, for conserving water and everything. But it's worked out pretty well for the most part, but it is different because we're not used to that.
So here's our living room, and this is our other loft. Ours is actually right above you right now. But this loft up here, we can put a bed for, let's say we have guests or anything. Right now we just have like our spare clothes and stuff. We're still trying to figure out where we're going to put it in here, how we're going to organize it, and that's going to take time. But this ladder right here, this is how we get up to each one of our lofts. There's 2 bars here, one on each side, and it's just old pipe. It's really cool. It's made from like old water pipe, but it's plenty sturdy enough, and it's hooked to, I don't know what you want to call them, truss or rafters, but it has hooks on the back of this. You just hook it in, and then you can go up it. And the ladder's pretty sturdy. I'm a 220-pound guy, and it holds me just fine, so it doesn't sway or... It's pretty comfortable, and it doesn't... We actually do have a ceiling fan up here. It's hard to see, but...
And that actually helps a lot with, like, bringing... It just, like, helps a lot for circular air, because it is so tiny in here.
Especially in the living room area. But yeah, this you just take to both sides, and in this corner is where we store the ladder. There's room between the couch here. In
which, that's kind of hard. That's been like a big problem, probably a flaw. It's just hard to get used to. You're getting down and it's over here or whatever, like you have to move it back and forth. And having my clothes up there right now is not really working for me because I like to change outfits like 8 times. So that's been a struggle. So this couch is actually super, super smaller than I thought it would be. It's called a jackknife couch, but it's really easy to move and stuff. But I guess it's definitely not going to fit an adult because we don't have enough room to even have it be a full pull-on couch. So this is kind of how it is. Just like that. So I guess it would be nice. I could see myself like just chilling here, or when we have the kids over, it'd work for that, but definitely not has like a bed for a couple to stay when we have guests.
It's definitely not a full pull-out couch. So as for our heating and air conditioning, we have it's an all-electric system, and it does have a heat pump. For the type of air conditioning units you would see these in would be like schools and office buildings, like smaller places. And I mean, obviously it only has to heat or cool down a 204 square foot area. So it's all controlled by a remote. It's nice because we could take it anywhere with us and change it. We could change the temp. Usually we'll take it up with us when we're sleeping into our loft because we like the windows open on cool summer nights, and then sometimes it gets cold, so in the mornings you gotta turn it up. And it has several functions on it. On the remote alone, this is your temperature up and down. You have your fan for your speed, your swing for the pitch of the little fin on it, a sleep timer, and then just a timer in general. And then you have modes that change like your fuel, cool, dry, fan, and heat, and then your on and off. And all these on the right side, that's obviously your speed. You just change it with your fan. But you can set it for any temperature you want in here, and it'll change. And then you use the mode over here. You have a feel, so you pick what temp you want. Your cool, air conditioning, obviously. Dry, I'm not 100% sure what this does, but I believe it takes because it does get humid in here. Quite, not with the air conditioning running, but just general. Your basic fan, and then your heat. And you can set all that separately.
So I was a little bit worried about the kitchen as to, I like to cook a lot and stuff. As far as moving in and everything, I realized my 9x13 pans won't fit, and same with the cookie sheet, which that was crazy to me. So I do have some pans that will work in our small oven. So that's nice too. I love these shelves because it keeps it really open, but I can store things that I don't need cupboard space for, as I'm very short on cupboards. And so that's really nice to keep it open, and then just add some decoration to it too. Our fridge is big considering it's a tiny home. So we've started that this week, and it's worked well. And I haven't quite organized the cupboards to what would be functional for me yet, but so far it's going good. But the pans really surprised me to not be able to fit normal size in there. I never really thought about that. There is no dishwasher, and there is no washer and dryer, but there is space for one. We haven't quite decided what we're going to do for that. It kind of depends if you want more space to store things or if you want to wash your clothes, so we'll see with that. This is the space where the washer and dryer combo could go, and it's a really nice space. So far I've just decided to buy a rolling cart right now. It's really functional because I can move it around. And as far as the counter goes, there's no kitchen table, so we just have 2 stools here, and that's really nice to just sit up for breakfast or whatever, and then still be able to use this functional for cutting or cooking or preparing the meal. So that's really nice too, and it's worked out good so far. So this is our master bedroom. We don't come up here and do much besides sleep. We're figuring out kind of how to get a TV maybe mounted up here or something that's functional so we can see it from the couch down there and then up here. It's nice because we have a little vanity space right here, and that's where I've chosen to just get ready for the day and keep all my personal items in there, and that really keeps space organized. And it's really nice because we actually have 4 windows up here, and that's really nice to let airflow in. But other than that, I haven't hit my head up here or anything like that yet, or fallen down from going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. So, but that's definitely been an experience. But there's not much room for anything besides a bed up here, so keeps organized. And it is a queen size bed, and it fits really good, although we don't have much room at the end of the bed for extra space, so it works good. And it's really nice also because there's plenty of outlets on each side, so we can charge our phones or our laptops and whatever. And there's plenty of lighting up here too for if you're reading during the day or getting ready. But other than that, we've had a busy day on the farm, and so we're off to bed.